Woo. A whole bunch of mice coming out of here. I bet there's 6 or 7 in here.
Wow.
Day 2, we got started yesterday back over here in Haskell County. Finished over there where it was really dry. So got 2 modules. That was Emily's first one she did by herself. She did all the work and trumped it herself. So just glad to be able to teach her and show her how that goes. So gonna get started here. Trying to knock out some acres, getting an earlier start here a little bit before noon because it wasn't a heavy humidity. So cotton's pretty good over here. Thankful for that. Got some gullies, so kind of rough, but thankful to be back to going. I had some wet spots. I didn't get stuck. I don't know if you can see my gauge wheel there. A little muddy, but we got to get in here and get this knocked out because it could rain again and then we'll never get in. Well, so this just happened. Yeah, I've been working on it a little bit. I'm not sure. I finished stripping right here and everything was doing fine. That would have been this row right here. No issues. So I dumped, cleaned out the stalk, reversed the unit, and oh man, I'll be here for a while, I guess. Cut it all out. Got a couple bruises, cuts, all this junk. Got it out. New morning here, and yeah, it's really overcast today. Yesterday it stayed this way all day. Humidity stayed up 80, almost 90% the whole day, so didn't get to strip any, but got almost caught up on all the sowing. So I'll go do some more of that, and really will get caught up. Hopefully the sun will peek out and we can get some stripping done. We've got 2 modules left on the farm that we're working at by my mom and dad's house. So it'd be nice if we can get that knocked out today. Today's Wednesday. Tomorrow, Thursday and Friday are going to be crazy cold. So for us, like single digits. I think I've seen 7 degrees for a low tomorrow night. So we got to winterize the sprayer so we water the lines don't freeze and bust up some things. So got to get all that stuff ready for tonight because it's going to get really cold and windy, like 40-50 mile an hour winds. So that's what we got going on. So trying to be nice to get the stripping done today. We will definitely get the sprayer winterized and get caught up on sowing, and then we'll see what happens after that. So while I'm out here this morning, I'm going to take a look at this wheat field that we sowed. I guess it's the first one we sowed after the one way back. So looks good. You can see it down the row. So nice to get that. Nice to see that coming up. And just down the road from that was our best cotton so far, about a bale to the land acre. And then this is just down the county road. And I mean, it's really good. I don't know. You don't tell until you get out in the field, but it looks the best. It has always looked the best from the road. And so we'll see. Hopefully that turns out to be really good cotton. So we still got one more field east where we're working, and we'll get that knocked out. Like I said, hopefully that one field today and the other will take us a couple days. We'll get over here and got 2 more fields that both look pretty good. So thankful for the harvest that we've had so far. Excited to get going and get it done, but you know, again, take each day new as it comes. All right, here's the second field that we've sowed, and this all got a good rain on it. The one that's kept us out of the field tripping, so at least good to see that wheat is coming up everywhere. All right, and here's the wheat that I sowed a while back. The landowner got his cows out there. You can see them kind of. All right, and here's the wheat. So I don't really know a ton about cattle and grazing, but he's going to leave those on till, I think he said, end of January. And you want to take the cows off before the wheat starts to joint. And if you wait too long, then they will hurt the wheat and it won't produce as much grain. They will probably. There's some really good studies on wheat varieties that show how much grain loss if you this variety, if you never grazed it, how much it could make. If you grazed it, how much it could make, and so there's going to be a little bit of a drop on bushels because they'll be eating on it, but maybe not a ton because there's not that many cows out there, so they won't eat a ton of it, and so we'll see. But the wheat's plenty healthy and strong, and so they should have plenty of food to eat through till the end of January. All right, about to get started going this morning. Got some short rows back there. I couldn't make a full basket, so I had to turn around the field, but I want to show you kind of what we're dealing with. We're getting our grades back, and we got some really good grades, and then we get some that are not as good. And the biggest issue that we're seeing is the color. We get graded on a lot of different things: strength and the length of the fibers and the thickness of the fiber, the color, how much trash is in there. And so I want to kind of show you what we're seeing. So cotton like this is white, it's fluffy. Like that's probably going to get a good color grade, like a 1. A 1 is the best you can get. And so that's good. The issue we're seeing is some of these bolls that didn't open all the way, hadn't have time to mature. See, there's kind of a yellow brown color. We're gonna get a bad color grade on that right there. And so you see along in some of these plants that there's some of both. There's the white fluffy, and there's the kind of hard locked, not fully mature in there. And so there's not a lot we can do. We got those late rains. Thankful that there is a boll. There's lots of bolls on these plants. So we're getting lint, but not the best quality lint because the rains came late. Had too short of a growing season, got the freeze that kind of locked it where it was. So that's what we're dealing with. I mean, you can't do anything. You can't go and just pick out the good stuff. So we'll strip it all and get what we get. Last rows on this field, and then we're moving on. 2 fields to go. All right, good morning. I got my little helper with me today. We used to spend a lot of time on the tractor together, didn't we? But now you go to school, I don't see you. I don't get to have you with me all the time. We're hanging out this morning for a little bit. I'll get a video of this later to show you, but I was stripping cotton yesterday, and it was so windy that it was making a mess blowing into the builder. So we kind of punted and adjusted and get caught up on sowing wheat. So that's what's going on today. And I got a 150 acre or so field to get knocked out and get that done today, and we'll probably get caught up. But if the wind dies down, we might strip again today. But it's like yesterday was supposed to gust up to 25, 15 to 20 with gust to 25, and it was basically straight 25, and it just wasn't worth it. Today is supposed to be the same. If it changes and it doesn't, then we'll switch again and we'll keep stripping. But all right, good morning. I got my little helper with me today. We used to spend a lot of time on the tractor together. All right, musical chairs. Got that field finished sowing that I was with Emmett this morning. So I brought the tractor over to the barn, and the wind is not blowing, nor not near like it was, almost still. So we're gonna strip. A late start, but better than no start at all. So I'm gonna look the stripper over. Shouldn't need to do any blowing off or anything because I did 4 baskets yesterday, made a mess. I'll still try to show you that in a second, but gonna get the stripper looked over, get out to the field, and we'll finish that. We'll just put one more dump on that module, and then we'll try to keep rolling. Well, filling up some diesel on the stripper. We ended up getting 2 modules done last night, and so early this morning, gonna get going. Hopefully have a good day and get some acres knocked out. Well, I am good at some things. I'm also not good at some things. One of those is trying to get a clip of something and forgetting, because just get into working. Here's one of them. I told you I'd show you the mess of cotton we made the other day. I don't know. Basically, we picked up a lot of it. Too much to rake. We ended up breaking it into piles and then putting it into the stripper. But basically, wherever you see cotton on the ground, there was a bunch of cotton there, and now there's not as much. So yeah, it was. I was putting it in the builder, and before you couldn't even. As soon as it get into the builder and get above the builder, it's just blowing out even more. It was a mess. So yesterday was like that for most of the day until it let down there at the end. So we got 2 modules done yesterday. So hopefully a lot more done today. All right, the gauge just went over this half deal. Not super exact on when to know to shut this off, but I think that's probably gonna get us through the end of the season. So I'm gonna shut her off. All right, now back to the barn, blow off the stripper, get the radiator cleaned and all that, and rock and roll. I told Dad, you're going to show a man stripping so much before you need to give him some other material, but that's not supposed to look like that. We had to tear some things apart. Last night I was stripping. We were 1 basket away from finishing a field. Had a really busy day, and then I was feeling a vibration. Sometimes you feel that when there's a heavy load on the machine or different things, but this was different. It wouldn't go away even when I wasn't stripping. So we knew we had this clutch going out on this main cleaner. This cleaner fan spins, or this blower fan spins like almost 4,500 RPM. And that clutch, Dad's already replaced it probably, he thinks maybe 3 times since this machine, he's had this. And so we knew it was going bad, thought we could finish the season. And then yesterday we hoped we could finish the day, and we didn't finish the day. The sound just it was vibrating the whole thing, the machine, and just sounded really terrible. So we decided we better get this thing fixed before we mess more things up. So this is the main fan. We had to take this big chute out that is somewhere over there. And so we're gonna replace that. We went to town, got all the parts, and then I'm gonna show you what the clutch sounds like. Okay, so this bearing should spin free and make 0 sound. So that thing spins really fast when the fan's not going, and we could hear that noise all over the place. So yeah, that was not good. So getting that replaced, got the new one here, and so now here starts the reassembly process. All right, here's the new clutch. No sound. That is what it should be like. All right, got the job done. Got everything put back together. But just like any project, you get every tool out that you own, and plus we used a 1/2-inch impact. I used my 3/8 new impact. Used Dad's 3/8 impact. We had to use our 3/4 air impact. We had to use a regular drill. I mean, it's like you just use every single tool you got. But got it put back together. Sounds great. Didn't even hear the fan when you turn it on and off. So thankful for that. I was, with the job we had to do, I was a little nervous. Like, what if this doesn't fix the problem? That would have been discouraging, but it was perfect. So Dad ran off. My sister and brother-in-law are leaving. I'm gonna go say bye to them, but everything's good. I don't know if you can tell necessarily what, but this whole chute had to come out and all this stuff, and this is a big chute that runs to the front, and that right there, that silver thing, that was the problem. It engages this pulley when the fan's turned on, and it was shot. Yeah, glad that's done. Only issue is it's dark now. We had a really good day, low wind, but again, it's a continual reminder, control what you can control, and I cannot control this, or that. All I can do is take each day as it comes. So I may go and get the grain drill set up and sow some wheat for a little bit. My family went to go watch a movie in town, but we'll get it done when we get it done. Appreciate you guys watching. If there's stuff that you'd like to see more of, nobody really comments, nobody really subscribes, so please subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. But if you would comment like, hey, I'd like to see more of you doing these things, I can do that. So no reason for me to film stuff that you don't want to see. So please let me know. Let me know what you want. Check us out again on Instagram. If I know that this video will come out late because I'm way behind on doing videos because of harvest. So again, subscribe, comment what you'd like to see. Again, we appreciate you guys watching. Oh, if you're gonna farm it.